Imagine your own pet, which you love dearly, is involved in a laboratory experiment known as animal testing. Animal testing is a very controversial topic as there are many pros and cons within this topic, and today I will explain to you the pros and cons and why they are pros and cons of animal testing. As many of us have grown to use many cosmetics that some may not know are animal tested, I am pleased to inform you about the advantages and disadvantages that I've learned throughout my journey of learning about this controversial issue. We use many products of cosmetics daily that are tested on animals, therefore everyone should know the dangers and untroubled of animal testing. The two topics I will be focusing on are the pros of animal testing and the cons of animal testing. To start out with animal testing, I'll first talk about the pros or advantages that result from animal testing. Pros, otherwise known as benefits or advantages, are important when it comes to controversial topics like animal testing. Animal testing has contributed to many life-saving cures and treatments for the human species. According to the California Biomedical Research Association, nearly every medical breakthrough in the last 100 years has resulted directly from research using animals. Experiments in which they used dogs had their pancreases removed led to discovery of insulin, which is critical in saving lives of diabetics. My grandma personally has diabetes, and without insulin, she would most likely not be here. However, thanks to the use of animals for medical reasons, she is living a safe, healthy life with all of us family. Also, the polio vaccine tested on animals reduced the global occurrence of the disease from 350,000 cases in 1988 down to 233 cases in 2012. That's a big difference, I know. Animal research helped immensely to come up with major advances in understanding and treating the conditions such as breast cancer and brain injury. Without the use of animal testing, we wouldn't be as medically advanced as we are today, as well as the animals. Animals themselves also benefit the results of animal testing in some cases. If some vaccines were not tested on animals, millions of animals would have died from many diseases such as rabies, distemper, feline leukemia, infectious hepatitis virus, tetanus, and canine parvovirus. Treatments in animals go all the way to the extent of having a pacemaker placed in their heart to save the animal's lives, as well as in humans. My neighbor has had 4 heart surgeries. He is only 20, and he now has a pacemaker to help preserve that organ and to prevent him from having any more open heart surgeries. Yes, 4 open heart surgeries that he has had. If animal experimentation was not a thing today, this may not have been possible by his health or himself. Animal testing has also been known to save species in which are endangered, including the black ferret, the California condor, and the tamarins of Brazil. Koalas in specific in Australia has been showing rapid growth in chlamydia and is now endangered. But due to vaccinations being tested on koalas, the extinction is now being slowed down rapidly. It was in rapid growth, but is now slowing down rapidly and may help the extinction disappear, so have no more extinctions of that species. The use of animal testing helps ensure the safety of the drugs and cosmetics being used by humans as well. Did you know that according to animaltesting.org, American women use an average of 12 personal care products per day? Yes, I use lotion and dry shampoo, and many other people also use those kinds of things. By having the products tested, it really helps the humans prevent chemical burns and other dangers that can occur. China actually requires that all cosmetics must be tested on animals before they go off into the stores. It only ensures that human safety. Mosquito repellent as well, which helps prevent people from malaria and other dangerous illnesses, must undergo toxicological testing in order to be sold in the United States and Europe. Tiffany, an expert, stated that the testing centers must get inspected each year if they have clean inspection areas to really make sure the drugs or cosmetics being tested are really the only things being tested and coming in contact with the animals. This is only ensuring that the drugs are the only things being tested in animal testing. It's ensuring human safety. Drugs in particular can carry significant dangers with their use, but animal testing allows researchers to initially gauge for safety of drugs prior to commencing trials on humans. Human harm is reduced and human lives are saved daily, and also are improving the quality of life in animals and humans. Although there are many different pros that come with animal testing, there are many disadvantages and dangers that happen to humans and animals while getting tested that should be known about throughout the whole entire country. Many of the dangers that come from animals being tested are evident in the world we live in today. Animal testing is very inhumane and cruel to the animals because of the living conditions some of the animals are given to live in. According to Humane Society International, animals used in experimentation are commonly subjected to force feeding, forced inhalation, food and water deprivation, and other wounds to study the healing process. The Draize eye test, which goes into the eye, is used by cosmetic companies, which involves rabbits being incapacitated in stocks with their eyelids held open by clips, sometimes for multiple days, so they cannot blink away the products being tested. The LD50 test also involves finding out which dose of chemical will kill 50% of the animals being used in the experimentation. Yes, 50%. That's a big percent, isn't it? 50% of the animals will die in every experiment. That's crazy. Who can kill that many animals? I never could. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, in 2010, 97,123 animals suffered pain during experiments while being given no anesthesia for relief during experimentation. This includes 1,395 primates, 5,996 rabbits, 33,652 guinea pigs, and 48,015 hamsters. Yes, the little bitty tiny things. Due to so many deaths, alternative testing methods now exist that can replace the need for animals. According to animaltesting.org, in vitro testing, such as studying cell cultures in a petri dish, can produce more relevant results than animal testing because human cells can be used. Yes, human cells can be used. In some cases, microdosing can be used in human volunteers whose blood is analyzed. Also, the artificial skins found in many stores, such as Epiderm Thinstert, is made from sheets of human skin cells which grow in test tubes, which can produce more useful results than animal skin. Yes, you can use your own skin. Microfluidic chips also, which are lined with human cells and recreate the function of human organs, are in evident stages of development. Computer models such as virtual reconstruction of human molecular structures can predict the toxicity of substances without invasive experiments of animals. These alternatives are less expensive than animal use. Glass testing costs $11,000, which is less than $21,000 on unscheduled DNA tests. More than $10,000 less. That's a crazy amount. Animal testing is also, as seen in my last point, is very expensive. And success in animal experimentation does not equate to human safety. Tiffany had stated, there are many doctors that will report back to us about many of the injuries done by the products that are animal tested. For example, some people's skin is so sensitive that sometimes a deodorant that is animal tested can actually burn through someone's skin. Yes, can burn through your skin. That means the test of the deodorant has failed. Maybe not for the animal, but for the human. And the human is what they're really testing for. It's kind of crazy. Animal testing is not an effective way of actually testing a product for use by humans. The arthritis drug Vioxx, most of you most likely don't know what that is, was great news for animals but turned into a nightmare for humans. It actually caused more than 21,000 heart attacks and sudden cardiac arrests in humans. Yes, 20,000. That's a pretty big number, isn't it? Yes. A majority of the drugs that pass animal tests, 94% exactly, almost all of them, failed in human clinical trials. That means almost all of the animal tests failed. Also, over 85 vaccines for the HIV worked well in primates, but failed in humans. That is just another piece of evidence that animal testing is not adequate to human safety. Animal testing is cruel and inhumane to the animals, and it actually results with inaccurate results in comparison to the human health. Although many pros and cons come from the world of testing animals of products used by humans, it will always be a controversial topic no matter what side of the spectrum you lay. Pros, cons, advantages, disadvantages, agree, disagree, whatever. It will always be a controversial topic. Overall, animals in research have been very controversial topics for years. This topic has many advantages to humans, but crucial and critical disadvantages to the animals being tested. Although no one will ever agree on if animal testing is ethical or unethical, it is important to understand the cons and pros to know the actual moral problem of the problem.